Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Seresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for October 10th, 2011. This is Patrick Seresna. As always, we start off with a chart of the S&P 500 using that spider exchange traded fund symbol SPY. We were looking for this flagging formation to eventually break down and create a move that could go as low as even the 104, 106, or even as low as the 100 area down below on the spider before we probably saw the lows of the year. With this current breakdown and subsequent reversal that we saw over the last 2 weeks, there's a above average amount of chance that we've already seen the low of the year. Now there's always this that chance that the market will come back to retest those lows, maybe another test of the 104, 106 if there's enough geopolitical things going on that create one more wave of selling. But more or less, I think that the lows that we've seen so far this year will probably act as the bottom end barrier for the remainder of 2011. Going into 2012, there could certainly be another scenario that weakens the market even further, but more or less this current cycle of weakness probably is coming to a closure here. Next year, I want to take a look at that ISE US Regional Banks Index, which is symbol JLO. And what's particularly very interesting here is that while the whole market broke down, the regional banks really started finding support that, with slightly adjusted 1675 to 17 and a quarter focal point, has really contained almost all selling attempts. This acts like a very good support line now. If we see this support continue to hold here, we may be seeing a bottoming formation developing on those regional banks. Now it's still too early to officially call that. If we have any dramatic weakness come the start of this week, we could always see still a breakdown to a lower low, so we don't want to assume anything just yet. But the longer that the bulls hold that support line and prevent there to being any breakdowns, the greater likelihood that we're seeing a bottom being banged out here. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Syndex, which is a symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies. And while there was a nice measured move lower completed down toward that 107, 109 level on the downside, we saw also a very dramatic reversal rally back on the upside. This is an indication that the Syndex will probably be a sector that will be accumulated during the next phase, so we'll be watching to see whether or not the selling is done. If we have any selling early this week that comes back, retests 113, 115, holds those support lines and starts rolling back up, it could result in another bullish push in the Syndex, maybe even up to 125, 130. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is a symbol RUF, and the home builders did break down to a lower low, which had them dropping down toward the $5 level. We slightly adjusted that focal point out to 475 to 5 and a quarter to reflect that short-term low. Now, the home builders may still weaken one more time down into those lows, but we are now reaching levels where the home builders probably will start banging out their short-term bottoms. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is symbol FUM. Natural Gas Index, when it broke that to that lower low below the 106, 108 level, it really dropped down to finish what we call a measured move down towards the 88 to 92 focal point. This is also a level where the Natural Gas Index could bang out a bottom. There probably might be a retest of that zone, maybe another drop down to 95 or 93, but so long as there's no serious follow-through selling beyond just a few days of dropping, then this may very well be an opportunity to accumulate the natural gas index. Finally, I want to take a look at the ISE Mini FTSE 100 Index, which is symbol UKX. And surprisingly, the FTSE never broke down with the rest of the markets and had a pretty good recovery. So far, that support line at that 500 line is holding and containing almost all selling attempts. This is a good sign for the FTSE. Let's just see whether or not it can hold that support line on one more round of retesting. If we have anything that starts breaking above the 530, 540 area, we could have a direct test into the 550, 560 on the upside, particularly if all the global markets are rallying during that cycle. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.